Today we have joined to this webinar where we will briefly introduce our newest addition to Teltonika Networks portfolio. It will be the newest Ethernet switch TSW010. But just before that, let us to introduce ourselves. So for those who don't know me, my name is Evelina Sinkevičiūtė, and I'm Operational Marketing Project Manager here at Teltonika Networks headquarters. And today I also have the special guest from different sales department, Kanishak. So please introduce yourself to our audience as well.
Hello, guys. My name is Kanishak. I'm responsible for sales in India. So, thank you for joining.
Okay, we'll have that special part with Kanishak's story. I hope you will like it. So let's begin today's webinar. And I would like to start with some number, 12.7%. So actually, this is how much the quarterly Ethernet switch market grew and increased compared to 2021 to 2022, according to international data source. And actually, what does that mean? That 31.4% that lower speed switches make up 1/3 of the total switches market revenues. So it means that those Ethernet switches are the most mature part of the market according to the same data source. Um, and actually, the normal question is rising through my head. So what are the reasons behind that? And actually, um, first of all, we should understand that Ethernet switches are like the bricks. So, it can be described as a building material for entire network infrastructures. So, by knowing that, it is very easy to understand those market growth rates because they show the importance of connectivity and those regularly expanding digital infrastructures. So, and also more and more industries faces the need to connect already existing infrastructure, legacy devices, or I would say everything that has Ethernet cable or serial communication with other additional converters. So digitalization is relevant in both globally because it allows monitoring, controlling remote access and makes us for easy to use experience. So the need to connect those machines and infrastructures has never been so high as now. And actually doing that in a cost-effective way is the key for our clients and their solutions. So basically, I would like to show you a comparison table. With all of this in mind, as I said before, we looked at our portfolio, and actually what we can see, we have a quite a variety of those unmanaged Ethernet switches to serve different needs. We have of switches from 4 to 8 ports with or without PoE, SFP capabilities. All of our switches are robust to different environments, has wide operating temperature ranges, has different power supply voltage ranges. But actually, we think, is there something else we need? And sure it is. Basically, we wanted to create something small, reliable, easily and quickly installed that can be sold in a large quantities. So actually, we saw that our clients need the device that could meet that basic criteria of industrial reliability, has a lower 10 gigabit output that is recognizable as a more like premium class devices, and of course, cost effectiveness. So for this reason, TSW010 joined our portfolio. So a price-wise, tiny device created for those industrial application, but with simplicity in mind. So the unmanaged switch that is needed everywhere. So first of all, let's look about this device features. And we are saying that TSW010 is sufficient and stable connectivity solution. This device is equipped with a five fast Ethernet ports with the speeds of up 100 megabits per second, with a total bandwidth of 1 gigabit per second. So actually, those 100 megabit ports are sufficient for most industrial solutions to ensure that reliable data connection and transmission. For power connector, this device has a 2-pin industrial DC socket as well. And easy deployment to fit easily. Actually, this headline actually represents what makes the TSW010 truly industrial. So integrated DIN rail bracket is a common standard in automation industry. So making this as a part of our device instead of like an accessory for sure is the selling point of the device. Um, and it's also very great for those space limited applications because device measurements that we can see on the screen and device weight makes this device very tiny and light. And actually, why this is important? It's very simple because it should be able to fit those already crowded electrical cabinets because space is very limited there and cannot be that easily scaled at the right moment. So actually, we think that nobody needs a device that brings, a great functionality, but cannot fit already developed cabinet structures, right? So uh, again, the third point goes for easy to use aspect because it's very important when you need to deploy massive amount of those switches in huge factories, for example. With this device, you just plug and play. So, and to illustrate that how it can fit, I have this very funny picture actually. We tried, and this device easily fits the standard jeans pocket. So it's very nice comparison to see and to understand the real sizes of the device. And of course, this device, TSW010, has more industrial needed features. So it comes with anodized aluminum housing that brings resilience for changing those weather conditions, corrosion, humidity that can be faced in industrial factories or automation needs. Of course, temperature range, as many other our devices, is important for those industrial switches as well because in most cases they operate in extremely hot, not ventilated, or for example, on the other hand, in those cold environments without additional heating or something like that. And of course, industrial switch is supposed to have that wide voltage range to be resistant to voltage spikes that occur kind of often in this kind of environments. And TSW010 comes with that range from 9 to 30 voltage range. Um, so to conclude here about the features, I'm again showing you the table of comparison on the whole our portfolio of Ethernet and managed Ethernet switches. And actually what we can see, it's very clear here. When we were creating the newest addition to our switches family, simplicity was what we set out and actually managed to achieve. TSW010 front-facing 5-port and built-in DIN rail, are the bonus points, eliminating the need for additional mounting kits and making device installation as smooth as possible, even in those most complex environments. So basically, this is what I would like to show about the feature part. And now we got to know those features, and actually I want to stop a little bit here because there is more to tell. The main question is why this device is so important, or what is the story behind. And for this reason we have our today's guest Kanisha, because he is the person behind this device. He was the most important person in creation of the process of developing this product, and I really want him to introduce that story behind the device. So Kanishak, I'm giving my word to you at the moment.
So thank you, Evelina. Thank you guys for joining this webinar. My name is Kanisha Gupta. I'm responsible for sales in India region. With my past experience, I was working in the French market. Now I took over as the chief of sales in India. So, with the mature experience in Teltonika, we found out that there is a major demand of 10 by 100 Ethernet switch. Having visit to different partners and then also asking the feedback of different colleagues all around the world, we found out that 10 by 100 Ethernet switch device is needed everywhere because of digitalization is happening all around the globe. And to address the market with 10 by 100 switch, we came up with a product which is TSV010. And actually, only very less amount of unmanaged switch, which are having gigabit ports, are needed in the automation industry. And they are needed only because of the high complexity, and they only serves the premium need of the market. Uh, we came up with 5-port 10 by 100 Ethernet switch with a DIN rail and a very small device because it is easily installable into the panels. So we are talking about space limitation in the automation industry, solar panels and OEM. And even in the small panels, it can fit very easily. So as my colleague showed, that it can easily fit in the pocket. So yeah, it's small as that. And automation industry and solar panels, OEM, as I'm repeating again, do not need Ethernet ports, as well as no special connector we have in this device. So in our routers, we are usually using Molex 4-pin micro connector. And in this device, it's you can directly plug through the naked wires into the power and it can start working. As well as some of the panel builders, they already have a power supply inside their panel, so they can always already connect these devices to the direct power in there. We are talking about the compact size and integrated DIN rail. So integrated DIN rail is also a cost efficient solution because when we are talking about a product with a DIN rail, it always comes with the accessory of a DIN rail. But in this device, TSP010, we are already providing you with the DIN rail, which is at the back of the product and sufficient for the most of the industrial applications, since again they don't need higher true output, as well as we are talking about the cost efficient solution. Let's talk about the market verticals. We are talking about automation, solar farms. So, for example, automation industry, most of the robot need a communication path. So each of the robot is connected with Ethernet switch. Then we're talking about solar farms. They are for the data transfer and for checking how it's performing. It's also needed a Ethernet switch. Even we are talking about OEM electrical panels, as we are talking about electrical panels. Each of the electrical panels also need a Ethernet switch, that to 10 by 100, and then industrial system. So these all industry cater a big part of 10 by 100 switch, which we are releasing right now, 10 by TSP010. So thank you. Over to you, Evelina. Thank you.
Thank you, Kanisha, for your story and about talking where this switch is will be used. Give me a right moment to share the slides. One moment. Okay, so all the time when we are launching a device is the best way to show where those market verticals will be represented is those use cases, and of course we have some examples here as well. And for today use case, we have this simple topology illustrating the flexibility and the ease of use and installation of this Ethernet switch in textile manufacturing industry, because you know the demand for textile manufacturing has never been so high because of that increasing number of people globally, and of course, it pushing the whole industry to automate and as many of its processes to meet that demand as well. And actually, this calls for a connectivity device to be um, suitable for those large scale connectivity solutions. So each machine must accept the gift from Internet of Things and become connected. So when simplicity is the key for our Ethernet switch TSW010, it connects different textile machines into a one unified and single system. So this allows reaching, controlling, and commanding those machines from, for example, the main management server without needing to go and control each machine separately. So just plugging some Ethernet cables, or for example, if different machines need some serial converters to Ethernet cables, and you will have that smooth data transmissions. And what I would like to add here at this topology, textile industry, it's like just a small fraction to illustrate the need for those 10 by 100 switches, because it can also be like any other different factory plant, for example, water waste facilities, and so on. So basically, it's about those automation needs. And again, what I would like to add here, this topology just illustrates that the simplest example of how we can connect those machines. But actually, this kind of topology can be very easily scaled by adding like any Teltonika networks router, gateway to serve your monitoring, remote access, and commanding purposes as well. So to creating a bigger scale solution here as well. So, all in all, about this use case, so connecting those textile machines allows automation and machine to machine communication with our TSW010 switch. And again, with the speeds of up 100 megabits, the unmanned switch provides that reliable data transmission that is ideal for those most legacy industrial machines and applications. So where no high throughput and big amount of data are needed. So, and of course, this device is designed to fit those and withstand those industrial environments with a compact compactability and integrated DIN rail to be placed one to another and to serve for a long time. And actually, to conclude here about those features, about the device, about market, where it can be used, I would like to give you a short vision where does TSW010 stands. And actually, with this device, we enter the market to serve that mass automation needs that our client needs. But at the same time, we are trying to provide that top-notch industrial quality devices because TSW010 has a great functionality and robustness our client needs. Uh, and actually, I would like to ask you, Kanishak, would how would you answer to this question, or what you would like to tell our audience on this question?
I'm sure to answer this, I would say Teltonika Networks TSW010. I could say that we are listening to our customers and we are providing an industrial grade 10 by 100 switch with a quality, reliable, and easy to use. As this is our core values and principle of our company. So not to just provide a product, but we are also here to listen. We are here to create a new product as per the demand of our customers. So yeah.
Yeah, totally agree. I think this device, for sure, are very compliant with our principles and values as well as other our like portfolio devices. And actually, this is was all we wanted to present regarding this device features, use cases, market verticals. We would like to thank all of you for joining us today to this webinar. I'm really thankful for my today's guest, Kanisha, to join me to enrich this webinar with his story about what is behind this device. So I wish you all have a great day. The weekend is very close on our calendar, so have a great day, have a great mood, and let's meet in the future webinars as well. So bye bye, all of you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.